Well, hey there, happy day. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Position yourself as the last resort to supersize and grow your business. How the heck can you do that? What does this mean, and how might you use it to grow and build your business? The last resort is an expression that's been around since the 1600s in English, and before that in French. It came from the French court system, where you were in a court and the decision was final. It was the last ever chance you would have to be heard or tried in this court. Whatever the court decided, it was final. There was no opportunity for an appeal. It's kind of like if you were to sue someone today in a court where there's no opportunity for appeal. This was the same kind of thing. The decision was final. It was the last chance, the last ditch effort, the last time your case was going to be heard in the court system. And of course it came to mean, and has come to mean, the last of something, the last option in a series of other options that have already been excluded, other things that you've tried. So think of if somebody's sick or has a disease or cancer or something, and they've tried all kinds of regular traditional medicine, and then they've tried all the experimental things, and there's one final experimental thing they can try. It's the last option, the last drug option, the last vendor option. And our situations when we're dealing with businesses, a lot of times we have suppliers and vendors. I have a story where the other thing that can lead us to this last ditch effort position is if we procrastinate, if we put off making a decision too long, or if we choose not to make a decision or a choice or have an alternative, a backup plan. I think of it as backup plans or what ifs, or disaster scenarios. If we don't have plans in place to decide what we would do in case something happened, we can find ourselves in a last resort sort of situation. We had in one of my businesses a vendor that supplied many of our key raw materials, ingredients. It was a manufacturing company, and many of our raw materials came from one supplier. Well, that supplier died. He actually committed suicide unexpectedly, and that cut off our supply of some key ingredients. Now, normally every year I would have a backup plan, and we would interview vendors and we would do bidding process. But for these key supplies, I had stopped doing that. I'd gotten complacent and very comfortable with this supplier. And when they quickly went out of business, I was between a rock and a hard place in terms of having to have specific ingredients, specific quality ingredients to go into my products and services. And so I ended up with only one supplier in a couple of those key areas that I could actually get those products from. And they were able to put me over a barrel and charge me whatever they wanted because they knew that I needed those supplies. So that was an example of putting a decision off or procrastinating and not having a backup plan that created a last resort situation for me. Now, of course, after resolving that situation, I put systems in place to make sure that would never happen again. But how can you use this, hey, you're the last alternative, to your benefit to grow and build your business? I say that you can position yourself as the final answer, the final solution, the only solution that they are ever going to need. Hey, I am the last resort. I'm the last solution. I'm the last time you're ever going to have to try to solve this problem, because our company, our products and services are going to make sure that this problem is never a problem for you again. Now, doesn't mean they're not going to have other problems, right? But you're going to take care of this one for them. When you position yourself that way, it's a very, very strong marketing position. It's a very, very strong position to be in, because when we're solving problems for our customers, our ideal clients, they're going to go out and tell everybody else who's got that same problem or challenge that you are the only solution they ever needed. You were their last resort solution. Not meaning you were their last choice, but you were the last solution that they ever needed because you solved their problem and took care of it for them. So I'd love to know what you think of this expression, last resort. I'm fond of it because when I was a teenager, my aunt and uncle, my actual favorite aunt and uncle, had a resort in northern Wisconsin called the Last Resort. So my sisters and I used to get to go there and hang out and work in the summers and play in the winters and meet a lot of kids, other teenage kids. And when you're a young teenager, that was a lot of fun. So I have fond memories of Last Resort. And I wished that in my manufacturing days I had remembered to not ever put myself in that situation. Never did it in corporate America, so I don't know why I ever let myself do it with my own businesses. But big lesson learned with the loss of a vendor. So last resort can put you in a bad position and leaving you feeling like you don't have any choices or alternatives left, or you can set it up so that you are the solution. You are that final destination, that awesome solution that your customers, your clients will love and appreciate, that you are the last solution for them. You are the last one that they'll ever need. Go out, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, see you tomorrow.